Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Building with Chris. Today, aka Making a Mess with Chris. I recently moved over the last couple of months and I brought my shelves with me. And I need to put these on my new wall. In my links, you can find this exact auto leveler. Hopefully I don't mess up my camera, but there's the auto leveler. It has a manual function, but I found the automatic to be pretty spot on. I can take an actual level, put it up here, and it gets a nice even bubble. Or did have a nice even, yeah, there we go. Nice even bubble. I have to modify my shelves a little bit because my old studs were in slightly different places than my new ones, but that's okay. I have a nice even line with a stud between my two receptacles. And these ones are pretty well built, 16 inches apart. My previous owner was kind enough to leave a bunch of holes that didn't get patched, so my benefit, I guess, in this instance, helping me find my studs. So this is probably not the OSHA way of doing things, but we're going to take our lovely 18-volt drill and a nice 3/32 inch drill bit. And drill a couple of new holes. I bought some 1x4 board and some 1x12 board and attached it together. So it is connected at the back with several 2-inch drywall screws or wood screws or some kind of screws that I had lying around, and it held up pretty good. So with a nice 2-inch by 24-inch straight edge, I marked out some new holes to be drilled, and we will address that. Careful not to drill into my cheap dumpster find chair. We now have some new holes. If you don't have quick attach bits, they're super useful. So that one I have a socket on earlier because I was mounting some gym equipment. I have a pull-up bar. But now we have a screwdriver. So I've got my new holes drilled and some nice 2-inch screws that I'm planning on putting directly into the studs with some washers on there just to hold it down. It won't look the prettiest, but it will do a good job at holding my board. Just to, measure twice, cut once kind of deal. I will take my actual level and make sure this is going to go on level. It should, because I measured everything and checked my level, but to avoid putting an extra random hole in the wall, I will line up my drilled hole with my laser level and check that we are indeed pretty level. Within a minute amount, I don't think it's going to make any difference. I did leave my previous screw a little bit out. Just enough to hold it onto the wall since I don't really have anything here helping me out. And fantastic. Now that I have a second screw up, this thing's pretty well mounted. I lost my pencil again. I have an under bracket to make sure that nothing is going to fall off. And I'm just going to use my drill bit to make some marks where my under bracket is going to get some pilot holes. This previously had held up part of my sound system and some game consoles, and it will again do the same thing. So now that I got some nice, easy points to find, I have a 3/16 inch drill bit for some actual drywall screws. My pilot holes are going to be too small. I had a 3/32, I was supposed to have 3/16. So I'm going to have to pop in a bigger drill bit. But that's okay. Proper drill bit. Seems I'm going to have to pause for a moment. Some of them were drilled into the stud, but I'm still going to put the anchor. So when I add the anchor, either way, with a little bit of persuasion, we're going to get those put in. Not that much persuasion. I'm not trying to put 4-pound marks on my wall. But now that we're done with the actual 3/16 bit and the 3/32 bit, should finally be able to put my screws back in for real this time. Just in case I've made any huge blunders, which I don't think I have, I am not tightening these down until they're all in place. These are rated at some 57 pounds a piece, so, you know, hopefully my PlayStation won't fall off. I don't think it weighs 50 pounds. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.